we're confident in this aircraft more than we were after the Lion Air tragedy and the Ethiopian tragedy. We'll find the details out from that. But, you know, flying is a human event. We have the technology, we have the training now, we have the knowledge in the cockpit. But just like our pilots, if our passengers or other crew members don't feel comfortable, then we're empathetic to that. We want people on the aircraft who feel anxiety-free and confident that they're going to get there safely. That's our job. We just met with a senior VP of flight operations, and after discussion, this is a captain as well, a team decided that it was time to make a strong statement about this aircraft and what is unique about American Airlines 737-8 Maxes.
You know,
we have.
I'm sorry. Sir? I'm sorry, Dennis. As a total layman in this, we have pointed out that before the plane was modified to move bigger engines closer to the fuselage, there was not a stalling problem. It wasn't necessary to have this override system. Is that fair to say? Was it worth it? I mean, should we have messed with something that didn't have this problem that now seems to be an issue for maybe pilots that aren't totally trained or that haven't had a simulation?
Well, we are trained in that now. Knowledge is the foundation of this. We know the system existed prior to this at Lion Air accident. We did not know that, and that was a violation of the trust. But we have that information now, and that information you spoke of, yes, the airplane is different, but the airplane has many systems in it to accommodate the flight characteristics of it. So now that we know that, and that's if the aircraft goes into a stall, this is an assistant in that. When it goes awry, we now know what to do. And I fly in a 737 MAX, and I just flew it the other day. And with my first officer, we briefed on exactly where we need to go with the switches to disarm this. So
Dennis,
it's a hot item for us.
Do you think that that pilots in the United States are better trained to deal with this than pilots internationally?
Well, I can assure you that the pilots in the U.S. are trained for this. My brothers and sisters at United and Southwest have made similar statements to their membership and in public. So we're all together on this.
Better trained?
We've. Pardon? That
Better
they are.
Than the
they
Ethiopian Air pilots, for example? I think that was the question. Yeah. Are some pilots around the world less familiar with what they need to do, perhaps? I mean, we're dancing around the issue, but I mean, it hasn't happened here. Is that because our pilots are trained, are more up to speed on this new system than pilots elsewhere? Is it less safe on other airlines around the world?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I don't know what they obviously have a lack of confidence, and it's based in something, whether it be trust or the information stream. But here in the U.S., our airlines and American Airlines, we're unique because we have additional indicators on our aircraft that other airlines don't have. But that's just an added layer for us. So
that's what I wanted to ask about, Dennis, because in your statement, and you speak, let's be clear, the Allied Pilots Association specifically represents the pilots of American Airlines. But you say that the 24 MAX aircraft in American's fleet are the only ones equipped with 2 angle of attack displays, one for each pilot, and that's your point in terms of the equipment enables these flights to be safer on an American Airlines plane. Is that the same across the board for any other MAX 8s flying in the United States? Southwest, for instance, your brothers and sisters over there, do they have the same advantage?
I believe they're getting that, but we've had them for over 2.
So you believe that they don't have that right now?
They'll have to answer that. They may have it. I don't know how quick the modification occurs, but we have it, and it's an added layer. It's an alert system as well that the Lion Air aircraft did not have. We know that because we've had meetings with Boeing. This is where the rebuilding of the trust is, and we're at the table now. We're not pounding at the door. We're in there with the FAA, our company, Boeing, and that's how this relationship now has repaired itself.
This sounds like, you know, it's great that you're in the room.
Yeah, the rollout doesn't sound
But it
so
also
great.
sounds like there seems to have been some significant problems if, in fact, you had to be in the room and that these upgrades, I don't think they should be called upgrades, they should be called fixes.
Modifications or differences,
are at play, right? I mean, it doesn't feel right to me.
Oh, it wasn't right. Absolutely. We absolutely agree, and we're gonna talk about that and do the forensic on that at another time. But right now, we're focused on the fact that it has been repaired, and we are at the table. But in total agreement with you that what happened prior was unacceptable, and we corrected that because we are independent here. Your previous guest talked about having airlines and governments in the confidence circle. Well, you got to have pilots on there. We don't fly the aircraft unless we feel it's safe. We're on that aircraft, and we are the advocates for our passengers.
Having
and
two
right now,
AOA displays, Dennis, is that standard for Boeing MAX 8s at this point?
yeah, having the 2 displays, no.
Yeah.
We have that
It
as
is
an
not.
option at American Airlines.
You think that's a safer configuration, but it is not a standard feature on Boeing MAX 8s?
That is correct.
Okay.